We have a guest in the studio with us, a comedian, talking about Ode the Uncommon. He's here in the studio with us. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, long time. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you as well. All right, so talking about being a comedian, right? It's very important for people to, vibe with you and, find what you say funny. But in your case, just looking at you makes people laugh. So would you actually say it is part of your act?
The key way in Mama they say charcoal, need they wear white and white. Is an inborn thing that you need to learn and nurture, polish, also learn from other people. If me and my dad was sitting talking, my dad they talk, you go laugh tire. But they didn't see it in him that it's a comedy. But to me, it's a comedy because it's an inborn thing. One, you have talent. You need to work on the talent. When working on the talent, you need to do research on the talent. You need to also do a lot of homework, watch other comedians, so that when you face your client, let me say this Brosnan are my client. The moment he see me,
you go just laugh. He knows.
He no need to know say I'm a comedian. As I talk, he go know say it's in me. Gone are those days when comedy started, you dress very funny before they know that you're a comedian. No, we have passed that level. Today, comedian put on suit, dress well. If you go to weddings today, you see a lot of comedians emceeing wedding, well suited, where now when we talk, you know, so this guy language is different from other people.
So for how long have you been doing this?
This 12 years.
Okay. So how's the journey been?
The journey is very, very rough, but life is a process. You cannot rush into it. Being an achiever, you must pass through a process. If you try to rush, you crush. Because being a great man, it takes longer process. You need to learn from the trade. Alibaba was once in Abuja trekking from Gwagwalada to Bega. AY served Alibaba as PA. So I've learned a lot on the process, but I'm still growing. 12 years is still counting. There are people 25 years, 30 years in the industry. So if you ask me, I won't say that it's a good journey, but it's rough, but at least it's getting better day by day, because not be one day, now I'm they done. And not be one day, now forest, they get plenty tree. So now just process.
Okay, so you gave examples of, AY trekking, AY serving under Alibaba.
Yes.
So have you, worked with other A-list, comedians?
Sure. I've been on a lot of comedy shows in Abuja, A-list comedians. I've been on AY platform. I've been on a Jilosago platform. I've been on who again? The younger ones are just coming up before them, AY, Buchi and the rest. If you ask me, all those platforms expose us to learn more. Now, if you're a comedian, definitely you have it in mind that you must organize the show. Organizing the show is not for you to make profit. It's for you to keep your brand growing. That's why you see AY every day, every year. AY is doing show. He may do show in Lagos, do show in Port Harcourt, do show in Abuja, because he has that strength. Because it's already a brand. You go to US, you do a show. It's to keep the brand going. So all those platforms also encourage the younger ones to come on board to perform. So if you say you must serve someone, if you not serve, you cannot be a master. Like me, if they call Abuja now, Mr. Ode will be Ode boss. They'll say Ambassador Wahala, because I learned from his own trade. How he do things, I learn from the good and the bad. I also learn from this person. It's not only one person I serve. But today, we're all moving forward because we know that someday we'll be a bigger brand and better brand.
So what's the biggest challenge facing you as a comedian right now, most especially in Abuja?
Wow, the biggest challenge is sponsor. Biggest challenge is the environment to have good shows. Environment to see some companies come to sponsor your ideas. And, you must have that niche for yourself that when they call your name, the sponsor will say, I've listened to this guy, I've seen it somewhere. And that will not really help your brand, because if you did everywhere, get value.
But how else do people know
I'm
you?
coming. You see, now see finish, now make akara. No day for snacks or chops. If you go occasion today, check what akara is. Akara not inside. Because you want to perform. People need to know you. Now, if you check the trade of comedy that is going on now, skits is taking over. I don't know if you understand. The moment they call Brain Jotter or call Mr. Funny, you know him because you're watching him online. And they have a lot of endorsements. They have a lot of ambassadorship endorsement from companies. But we comedians, we have to hustle to organize shows. We have to hustle to perform in shows. Have to hustle to perform events. Those who appear us are not even people coming to the show are corporate clients.
But a lot of comedians are into skit making as well. Just
Not
to
a
push
lot.
their brand.
Not a lot. I disagree with you.
Okay,
For
so
my
but don't you
experience.
think it's a smart move to actually be,
Like me, last time when I came in, I was not doing skits. My sister, now they wear skits. I don't like Scotland man. Because I have to follow the trend. Already I started acting drama before I came into comedy. But now, I don't get choice. If you cannot beat them, you join them. Because dollar no dey for inside bank, but dollar dey for black market. Fuel no dey for filling station, but fuel dey for black market. So the way the thing dey, people like say na black market will now want enter so. Now I say no, it no go work. So as I'm talking to you, I started acting skit. You go to my page, you see me just type in study comedy. You see me wearing dressing like Scotland man because of I want to ask it. So in all of those things, you have to work for such thing to happen. One of the major challenge again is the environment that you're coming to perform here. The next thing, another client will beat for another comedian. And they'll turn you down and say, we don't know you. And then you have to build the brand. Two of you are waiting for me to come and perform your event. As I'm talking to you, as she's holding that iPad, she just dey Google me. And me, I just stand and talk. You just today Google me. At the end of the day, you didn't say anything about me. Means I don't have online presence. They'll do away with me. That's what is going on. You know, your guest says something. When people were discussing about internet, blah blah blah, there's a lot of things on internet, whether good or bad. But the good part of it, that is what I'm learning from. The bad part of it is controversy, and there's no entertainer with controversy. You must have controversy. That is compulsory. But is it giving you good name or is it giving you a bad name? You choose. Because they need a rush. Eat hot yam. We go hot you.
So it's true. How is the comedic scene in Abuja? How competitive is it?
Very competitive. Very, very. Because there are new guys coming to the system. When you talk about Onome Descent, Ambassador Wahala, Fred Bride of those days, youngest old man of those days, is set by set. Now those ones are fading out already, are the big boys in the market, in Abuja market. When it comes to the younger generation, now we're talking of people like us. And then there are other guys coming. If you no prepare, keep. The way they go take push you like Okada. The way they go take move you come out from market. Because those guys, when they come with different style. Like 2 or 3 years ago, the stalker was somewhere watching the system. The next thing hits the market, he changed the pattern. If you watch the stalker, you don't need to give you a long story before you start to laugh. You go hit you pa 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 pa. When he give you twa 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 twa, you go say, oh boy, this story when they talk like this, you not go work again. Oh, you go and change the pattern because different style are coming into the comedy industry. The one that is shouting is shouting. The one that is cracking is cracking. The one that is dealing on intelligent material is step by step.
But would you actually say that Nigerians appreciate comedy as much as they did before? Because we talked about a lot of new guys coming into the scene and all that. Do you think these new guys actually coming in? Do you think there's a demand for them?
Yes. Hey, my sister, you know they rush pure water for hold up. That's what they think. When you funny, you don't funny. And it's just few. You can see like 10 guys that are coming to the industry. Let me talk of the Abuja market. You see like 10 of them that are just coming, appear from nowhere. And you see that among those 10, 3 is catching fire. Among those 3, you see them that are doing well. All the events, all the comedy shows, they'll be on it back to back. You know, when you have a client that believes in your craft, when you have a client that believes that it's only Ode that can give me what I want, it's only this person that can give me what I want. I love his style, he's calm, he doesn't tell you some dirty things or you have my audience. No. You still maintain that status with your event. But when it comes to the comedy scene, they'll say that, oh, these younger ones are taking over. And it will be an arrival to you because time will call, they will not call you for event again. They will not call you for show again, they call you for event. Because they say that you're past that level. There was a time for like 3 to 4 years, I start comedy show. And the people that start comedy show, you don't play with them. They're like strikers. Because when they pick up the show, they'll keep the tempo. And the other people will come on it. But on the process, everything is going down. It's going down. And then the time will come, you'll be the one to end the show. And then there are people in the middle. There are people that start, there are people that end the show. So if you ask me, comedy has been on demand. Like this morning, I went to bed around 4 or 5 this morning. I was doing a research about comedy. Comedy had been existing right from before the democracy. But you only came to limelight when Alibaba took it as a business. Took it upon and said that, let me use this thing to create other platform, create food on the table for the younger generation that is coming. And today, comedy, there is no event, my sister, from now till Monday next week, there is no event that you will not see a comedian. So the demand is on high side. And another thing, there are some ones that are not comedians because they say that it's selling. Is what people want to benefit from. Like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, I gave my governor a check. I gave him a check of 15,000 naira. It's not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy.
It's not.
I gave him a check of 15,000 naira. Who has done that? What God cannot do does not exist. But God has done this. I gave him a check. After I gave him the check, he brought the check. He collected the check. He said, is it 50,000 or 15,000 naira? A commander giving the governor a check. I said, it's 15,000 naira. I said, I announced my breakthrough. My governor no good. He said, this check cannot give you a breakthrough. I said, since you don't want to help me, I want to help you. That was it. It's comedy. Even when they say that on a serious note, I'm still passing a message, I'm still. So that is it. A comedian has been on demand 24/7. As far as Abuja is concerned, as far as Nigeria is concerned. Anyway, even Beria, comedian, the MC Beria. Where people they mourn. Some people they laugh, they drink. So the life is in 2 ways. My landlord daughter get one eye, won't go put eyelash. How I wanted this. If he breeze bulam, how I want to do. No go over coffee, they make keke, overtake trailer for Jabi here. Bros, ask another question. I wait for now.
All right, so we're actually talking about, social media and how there's a lot of beef between people, especially celebrities and all that. But it's difficult for you to actually see such violence between, comedians. Why is it different?
We comedians were most organized people and most behaved people. I say that as a person. I'm not saying it to defend anybody. You hardly see a comedian ranting anyhow, except those comedians in a bar, those that perform in a club. It's very okay that we should behave well. Look, imagine what happened between Chris Rock
and Will Smith.
Yes. He went to a stage to slap Chris Rock. But do you know that the material he was using to crack that joke, he referred to a movie. And that movie came back after that incident.
The G.I. Jane?
Yes. The movie came back again to the market after some years. Because he was portraying, that woman was portraying like an image in that movie. But the husband decided to interpret it in a different way and slapped him. In Nigeria, such thing can never happen. Rather, the person will laugh to the material. This guy is very creative. Because you know why? Because a comedian, in fact, they need to celebrate us because they're the most intelligent people. Because it's something you just sit down and be looking like this. Would they read meaning in a comic way to it and will give you reference to that thing. And it will work. People will be laughing and say, wow, this guy just took me back to my days. Those people where they claim say they're intelligent, like when I wear glass, those days for class. Now we wear glasses down for front, say, I have a brighter future, you wear glass. No, today they do presentation for here, you wear glass. Now some of them are like, they don't wear any glass, no, they're intelligent. You just say they get eye problem, we don't know that time.
You know they see board.
We know they see. So if you ask me, you can never see anything controversy. The only controversy I know that occurred was between Gordons and Helen Paul in a show in Port Harcourt. But today, all of them they're playing the same show. All everybody is doing well, and I say as comedians you think of. For we don't need all those things because it will not help our brand, it will not help our clients start to exchange words. No, and bros, we are building a society that other people will come to learn from. And if you see a comedian, look very calm and very gentle because he know that the audience is going to face are more intelligent than him. So he has to keep thinking. I cannot go to the show and start shouting. Ask your camera people that go to the show. You see us now very quiet because we are thinking. You need to think. Because the next person that is playing before you has set his material that when he raises ovation, you come to top it. You will not come and drop it. So that is it.
So we talked about shows earlier.
Yes.
So have you had your own show?
I've organized several shows.
Do you have like an annual thing or something?
Yeah. I have annual show. I just did my Love and Laughter, the second edition at Sheraton, which is 28th of February. I did 2021, 27th of February, and also my Mr. Uncommonly Funny, which is now my main show, because Love and Laughter is just for lovers, because it's a month of love, which is February. But Mr. Uncommonly Funny is a pure stand-up comedy show, which is I've started already. I did the first one, 1st January, and also this year, 2023, I'm planning for Mr. Uncommonly Funny. No be election period though, before election, which is 1st January. Before I got this, I want contest. And then the contest, this is still rugged for this period. But when I get mine though, this country, when I get mine, they don't use 100 million they collect from where they print for UTC. Those cards where they print. Card where they print 200 naira. A3 card, 100 million. So fun I don't turn to Banza. They raise you and they raise money. No problem. On the last day, God will judge us. Talk to me. I'm hearing you guys.
All right. So let's talk about how you guys support each other. We were at a comedy show recently, and a lot of comedians actually came out to support the organizer of that.
Yes.
So what is the spotlight like from various comedians?
Yes, we'll do that because one of the difficult things for a comedian to achieve is to organize shows. A standard show that you're using a place, like 3-star hotel, 5-star hotel, and then you don't have people to support you. That is the most disappointing part of it, because in a comedy show, let me analyze it to you. We'll have starters. Those starters are the younger ones. I need to talk about food starters, talk about show. We'll have starters. Those are the people that will come
just to wet the ground.
Thank you. To keep the flow going so that the people will not be bored. And then another thing you think of, when those guys come to perform, that is when you start discovering some younger ones that you feel that, okay, they have this thing to keep the game going. And then secondly, you bring the people that are also building up, that are already on the B. The younger ones that are already on the B, they're also good to give what it takes to the audience. After building them up, you come to the main acts. Between the main acts and the ones that you've already put them on the B, that will help you start the show properly, the show organizer or the person that is a host will come in between that space and host the show. After that, the main acts start playing. Now, have it in mind that one person cannot form a tree. One person cannot do it all. It's a division of labor. That as a comedian, you have to come and support your colleague. There was a time Gordon was forming queue for him to perform. He was begging people to perform. There was a time people are paying him now to perform. Other comedians are calling on their show to perform, and they pay him. So it's a process that we must follow. Because if you are doing a show, you know they come out for my own show. I know come out for your own.
Sure.
Any other way they watch me now for TV, you know come support me for my show. And then you can't say, maybe I can't support you for your own show. And then they come. Because you know go feel too important. Yeah, if it's a big name, yes, it's a big name. We can go for that because we also need our brand to be big as his own. But when you say we're all growing on the same level, or I'm ahead of you, ahead of me, you know support me, I know go come. Because you need those people and those people need you. But if you say you're the only person, no worry. Get plenty places where water they pass come out. So that's why I say when we organize a show, all of us will come out to support. And sometimes some of the artists they put on the bill disappoint them. So we not meet up with their target, or the sponsor did not respond, this person did not respond. The only thing they would do is just to fill in the gap and they bring some people on board. But when you say to comedy show in Abuja, all of us must come out. And we'll have a body, Abuja body of comedians.
Okay.
Yes. We'll have Abuja body of comedians, well-organized people that will sit down, we'll discuss some issue, some challenges, one or two beef within colleagues. We're doing like that day people went to cover Funny Bruno show. They have 3 shows in town.
Yeah.
3 shows in town, which is not supposed to be so. Which is not supposed to be so. So that some of things we discuss, and some comedians want to downgrade some people for some client to patronize them. All those things we'll work on all those things and see how we can work as one body. So that is why I say that when comedian is doing show, we must come out. We no get choice.
All right. So finally, now, any advice for upcoming comedians? You've been doing this for 12 years. So we really can't say you're an up-and-comer, but there are other people that are just coming up right now. So what advice would you give them in your 12 years of experience?
The best advice I'll give them as a comedian, if you have the talent, work on yourself. When I mean work on yourself, I need to sleep. There's no any great man that sleep. I do research a lot. You know why? Because there are new materials coming in. You go on YouTube, you go on Facebook, you go on WhatsApp. There are materials coming in, day out. It's for you to polish it, work on it. My friend, brother, go secure job, pay 400,000 naira, and in salary, now 50,000 naira monthly. That is wickedness. So, participate in talent hunts. These days, they don't organize talent hunts again. Those days, Charlie Boy talent hunt, I was there. Peak talent hunt, I was there. National Comedy Challenge, I was there. But these days, there's nothing like that again because a comedian will just come out the next day in the organized show. You need fan base, no be graga. You need fan base. Nobody should deceive you. As I'm talking to you here, I've worked in a radio station, Love FM. I know I'm on a TV station. I cannot call the TV station. I know the rules of the NBC. I've worked in the TV station. I've also worked on another radio station, almost 3. I've worked in 2 TV stations. This was a process of building my fan base because people need to listen to you before they can have confidence in you that, oh, you're a comedian growing up or you have something to give to your generation. And also try to watch other people. If you say you are the best, you don't watch other people, you are creating your downfall. I watch other comedians, both on stage, both online. Because there's some material that person will use, I can package it and refine it. The material you see me use, I package and refine it. When I came here last time, there was a joke I cracked, ABCD joke. Do you know how that Abuja comedians use that joke? Because it's within our environment. But I was not that create the joke. I will not tell the credit, but I'm happy that somebody's also using my material I create. So for anybody watching me, a comedian or an artist, you should try to work on yourself. Another thing that affects us is finance. Bro, it's finance. Even the ones that are good, they don't see helper. So that's why we pray for helper. So I'll give my governor 15,000 naira. It's my helper. So I don't know why I'm going to give another check that will also help me again.
Right. All right. So thank you so much, Ode Uncommon, for
Yes,
gracing us with your presence once again.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Okay. Hope to have you again. Some other time.
Seriously.
All right.
No say in free time, nothing is free.
Oh my goodness! Don't worry. We'll have you back again.
Thank you. I really appreciate for having you. Thank you for Daily Trust for this platform. Also, creating the room for people to listen to me. I really appreciate. Thank you, Daily Trust TV.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in on the show with us. We will be drawing the curtains on Daybreak Extra. We'll be back again next week, Saturday, same time, same station. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman.
And I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Let's do this all again next week. Thanks for watching.